Hello everybody, my name's Atley. Welcome back to my SnowRunner Hard Mode playthrough. Episode 3 of Ontario. And at the end of the last episode we got the dairy unlocked. But one of the other things we did as well during scouting is we got this watchtower up here. And it shows me on the map that there's an upgrade at the other side of this railway bridge. You can't always drive over railway bridges, sometimes they're blocked, but this one looks okay. So I'm going to come across and grab that upgrade as the first thing in the episode. I suspect it's an upgrade that is for the dairy, based on a comment that I got in the last episode. Come and see what this is. And more railway cars as well. I don't know if we end up moving these, whether they're just props. Active suspension. Not for the current truck. Show truck list. Yeah, it's for the dairy. Now, I think I bought this, didn't I? I think this was one that was unlocked and therefore I bought it, which means that one is going to be useless to me unless I buy another dairy, which I don't expect I'll do because that's a splurge too far. That's probably going to be a upgrade that I'll just end up selling because it doesn't fit any other truck. And I'm pretty sure I've basically wasted a bit of money on that. That trail down there? No, I don't think so. So my next plan, I'm just going to head back over the bridge. I want to go down and pick up the prototype trailer, which I left parked partway down the map. And then I was thinking that we would go into the other map. We've still got one watchtower to get on this one, but I thought we'd go into the other map and have a quick look at that map and see how the tunnels work out and what the watchtower situation is in there, and stick to my normal kind of pattern of doing as much scouting as I can early game. I'll have to mark where my trailer is at the minute, but we'll just drive down. Oh, there's a fuel trailer as well, I remember, in this railway yard. I'm pretty sure there was a scout fuel trailer that we spotted. Remake the gate. Ooh. That was a bit of engine damage for not much benefit. Alright, so I'm going to guess that this is a thing that I can do some kind of contract to fix it up. And there's a train in there, locomotive and some cars. So again, maybe something we end up moving. I'll take this scout trailer with me a bit so that I can reposition it down the map a little bit and use it to refuel the exploration trailer. I had intended recording this episode earlier in the week, but we've had some road works going on outside my house, and it's pretty much been heavy duty jackhammers for a couple of days. It's been too noisy to record, so this one's a bit later than I had intended. I was going to get this out on the Wednesday, really. This is going to end up being a Friday video, I think. Yar isn't doing great in this mud, really, considering I think these tyres are fairly good. Doesn't help when you're over revving though. So let's have a quick look at where the map. Where did I leave the prototype? there. No, that's the log trailer. So it is in here. Right, okay. So in that case, I think I'll leave this fuel trailer here. We can get the prototype, bring it out, refuel both the Yar and the prototype trailer, and then we'll go into this burned forest. Have a look. Let's move it. Let's just move it forward a bit. And we can do a drive-by fueling on the way past with the trailer. Seems a bit dark. Right, let's get moving. Far away. Okay, quick refuel. And then we'll just leave that trailer there for now. I'm sure we'll be in and out of this area quite often. I need to visit the garage because I'm not sure I've got the best muds on this, the way it's performing. I do think it's the best of the scouts that can take scout trailer. I don't know what else I would use. I know there's, is it Resvani, one of the DLCs? I've got the DLC, but I've never used the truck. So I don't know whether that would be more capable. It's another 6x6, I think. But yeah, this is struggling in this mud a bit more than I expected, really. And this is the gateway that we gained access to by doing, I think, Service Center unlock this. Either that or unlocking the dairy, one of the two. So we've not been through here, first time for me. Let's go. Burned Forest, Ontario, Canada. Does it look that burned? Right, let's have a quick look at the map to start with. Watchtower off to my left. Just the two watchtowers. Looks like only two. In that case, I think I'll leave the prototype trailer here, go and try and get that watchtower and then come back. Because based on the position of this one, there's quite a lot of map east of me. Maybe that watchtower will show me where the southwest corner of the map is. There's a warehouse down this way according to that sign. Not seeing the watchtower just yet. Let's have a look at what we could get in here. Limited supply, medium planks. Now, for me, medium planks is a new cargo type, I think. Yeah, they take 2 slots. So I haven't seen those yet. Concrete blocks, service spare parts, packaged sand, small pipes, metal rolls, cabin, beams. All limited supply. And then this place will be dry. Look at the map. Where is this watchtower? What's the route to get to that then? I'm going to guess follow the road around and see if there's a way to it there. I guess quite a few people will have finished this region by now. It's quite early for me, but like I said before, that was partly I wanted to avoid spoilers for regular viewers, or avoid encouraging regular viewers to not watch this because they don't want spoilers. Nice hilly terrain. It's quite cool. Right, so there is some kind of a track going off here. That looks like the main track is going off north. Let's just push west. 200 meters to a watchtower. Let's have a quick look. Let's just keep following this trail around. That looks like a church. Get to here and then see if there's a way up. Ooh, trailer. Some kind of ramped flatbed. Task related gooseneck. 5 slot gooseneck or 4 slot? Help the villagers, number 2. $3,900, access to a location. After what happened, we ordered some spare parts to repair our machines, but the truck that was carrying them turned over. Could you please gather the cargo and bring it here? Accept. Okay, so you need a crane because some of the spare parts are on the ground. And it looks to me... that's a low saddle gooseneck, is it? Let's have a quick look at the... truck with a crane recommended. Can't remember if those goosenecks are low saddle or high saddle. I'll have a look in the trailer store. Repair parts. Okay, so that'll give me a repair parts place. That's cool. Haven't found another one on this map yet. In this region. Okay, stop tracking that. But I'll need to come here with something that can attach that trailer, really, and do a crane. I think my new Derry can only do high saddle. So that maybe is an option, is to put a high saddle on the new Derry and bring that in to give it a bit of a run. But let's carry on. And the camera around looking for any other tasks that might be hidden up in the boonies. Right, so what's this then? It's a contest. Mountain ride. Does sound like something a scout would do, but I don't intend using this for it. This looks like this trail might take me to the watchtower. I'm going to do a scout based contest. Unless there are specific restrictions, I'd rather use either the Ford or the Tatooine. Yeah, okay, so it's a map that needs you to be in the right gear. I wasn't really chucking up mud then, but I was spinning. Dropping to low high sped me up a bit. There's the watchtower. Let's get up and see what there is to see. Awkward situation, support local rangers, lost cargo, purple loss, gold rush, and maybe one that I missed because it finished and scrolled by a bit quick. Let's do the cutscene real quick. And a water tower. Nice looking map. Let's have a look at all of that stuff that it showed us. That's the warehouse we've already seen. Purple loss is a truck to recover. Some kind of four-wheeler by the look of it. And a logging station. Unlimited supply of short, medium. So short logs are new to me as well. I haven't done any regions that had those yet by jumping out of sequence. Supporting local rangers. An abandoned trailer. That looks just like one of the quest trailers and nothing that I can use. It's not a service trailer or anything. Lost cargo down in a quarry. Fuel carrier trailer. It looks like that's mine. Yep. That's on the list of things that I own. Oh, there's an ANK. I'm going to get a free ANK Civilian. Really? That's a bit interesting. And this didn't find the edge of the map. So blimey, well, it's not letting me scroll much further, but that's a big map then. That watchtower didn't quite take me to the... It's not a straight line. Right. I'm interested in going and having a look at that civilian. I've got one, but not on this map. And then... Yeah, that's the gooseneck that we saw just now. Gooseneck semi-trailer. Yeah, I want to go back and get the prototype and push east. But I'm also pretty interested in having a look at this civilian and see what it's all about. And there's fuel there, so it's worth me having a detour down that way, isn't it? So let's push on down here around this corner. Probably going to be a task there related to this water tower, unless that's a contract. And then the quarry. But that looks like a civilian that we just own. I've already got a civilian and I sold my Mark 38 ordinary ANK. Almost wish I hadn't. Not very versatile truck, but it was fun to drive. Right, turn around. Cool. So, by my reckoning, I know there's another truck that a new truck that I haven't found yet. And then there's the dairy, so that's the two that I was aware of. I wasn't aware that we get what looks like we get a free ANK Civilian. The one I've got, I bought early on. But that's a pretty good truck. Or it's, again, slightly limited what it can do, but it's still a very good truck. So, if I was starting over, coming and getting that ANK for free would probably be a bit of a priority for me. Not to mention the dairy, obviously. Any tasks in amongst this water tower? Probably contract related to unlock this. Can't see any yellow marching ants yet. Unlock or repair or whatever. ANK Civilian with no add-ons, so it hasn't got a saddle on it. Let's go and have a look at this. Gold Rush. Our quarry is almost depleted. We'd like to explore the nearby area and choose what's best. A thumper will be very useful, so that's going to be a seismic job. 12 grand. That's going to be a seismic exploration, isn't it? Start tracking. Have a quick look on the map. So first zone, yeah, obviously in hard mode it's not going to show me where the zones are. Interesting. I'll have to come back. I don't think there's a garage on this map. Or if there is, I'm not aware of one. And then the Civilian is fully fueled. What's its gear like? It hasn't got any suspension. It hasn't got the active suspension fitted. It's got decent tyres by the look of it. New fuel carrier. Cool. So I can leave the Civilian here, but if I need fuel anywhere, I can hook up this trailer and drag it to where I need it. And the Civilian has got always on diff lock and all-wheel drive. And it looks, they're not, I don't think they're the standard ANK tyres. Maybe they are. Sweet. Right, so now the Yar I want to take back. Let's just have a quick look at the map. I want to take the Yar back down to the gateway. Unless I push on, but it seems a bit silly, doesn't it? Maybe I'm close enough that it would just be worth quite a twisty route, but I kind of want to get to this watchtower. Yeah, I'll change my route slightly. I'll see if I can get back up here. And then probably follow the route back this way. Down to the gateway. Do something like that. Interesting looking quarry. I'm not going to go down and find out what that task was that we flagged down there just yet. Lost cargo. Lost cargo normally means you need a crane. Something you got to pick up off the floor. I think I'll end up putting the dairy. I know I put it into fire truck mode with a water tank when I unlocked it in the last episode, but I think I'll probably end up putting it back into Holy Trinity cargo mode until I know that I need water. There was people reported a bug to do with moving trailers of water between the maps, but I noticed the game had a patch yesterday or the day before. So I'm kind of assuming and hoping that that bug has been fixed. Right, so this is the road that I drove up just now. So I will cut to where I'm at the gateway. Save you guys having to watch it again. And I'll see you there. Okay, we're back. Driver's had a rest stop, so it's morning again. Attached the prototype trailer. And off we go. Looks like a logging camp up ahead of us. Don't really know where I'm going, but let's just follow our noses for a minute. The loading zone over there. This looks like a task on the right though. There's a long log trailer rear. That's handy. That's a 14 grand saving right there. Engine off. What's this task? Supporting the local rangers. Oh, you get a fleet star. I had one of them for a long time. Sold mine. Don't really regret it, but maybe it's just another one to sell. We had this truck transporting the logs along a dangerous route. Driver lost control of it and the truck slid off the road. If you tow it out, you can use it for your own goals. Except, let's start tracking and see where it is. But there's a trailer for us. It's up this way somewhere. There you go. Yeah. Fleet star on its side, which is not unusual for a fleet star. And where am I then? Okay, so I'm just going to push along here. Wonder if this is a good place to do the scan. Actually, not yet, because I'm right on the edge. I probably want to try and get myself maybe about here for a scan. So let's get back out onto the road. And keep pushing on. And this had short, medium and long logs in an unlimited supply. While I was waiting for daylight, I had a look through the map, and there's a contract to open the other gateway, so I didn't realise that. There's 2 gateways into this map from Albany River, and we've only unlocked one of them so far, so we're kind of heading in the direction of the other one, but it's a contract that unlocks it, and it needs some metal beams and concrete blocks, I think. Either way here, I suppose. Looks like they both go to the same place. This side looks a little bit less muddy. So yeah, we'll have to bring in something that can do a fair few cargo trips. So again, probably the dairy. But I haven't found all the warehouses yet to know where to pick stuff up. Very autumnal. I like the colour scheme of this map. I know there's burnt out areas as well, but it does look pretty. Driving looks more erratic than it is. It's because I'm trying to avoid the muddy ruts. 65 meters, so this might be a reasonable place to do a scan. Let's have a look at the map. Yeah, I think that's as close as I'm going to get to where I put the marker. Let's do a scan here. Activate the radar. Press Y. What did that show me? Yeah, so that's a good kind of distance. 329 meters roughly radius of the scan. 350 meter radius. I should probably try and remember that. So I am going to push on along here because I'd like to find the edge of the map, and possibly the gateway is around here somewhere. And then I want to try and find my way up to that watchtower if I can. Good to do that in this episode. Yeah, unless there's something in this fog of war near the gateway, I don't expect. Let's just push on. It's whether they hide upgrades in those little fogs of war, really. I know that there's a bigger engine for the Derry, and I have been told in comments that it is a truck that needs its biggest engine. So I won't be doing an awful lot with it until I find that big engine, really. And I'm pretty sure it's on this map rather than Albany River. I haven't looked up where yet. So I had a comment this week on an early video. Somebody that had started watching episode 1, which I published over a year ago. And anybody that may remember that, when I started out, I didn't know how to do editing. I didn't really know anything about this. I started this channel as a learning exercise. And it's funny because from a YouTube perspective, episode 1 is the most viewed video I've got even now. From a week-to-week basis, it is still the most... I think it's the one that is most promoted to new viewers, which is a little bit frustrating, really, in a way for me, because I think the later videos are better, personally. But yeah, episode 1 is the one that gets the most views. And anyway, the point is, this person that had done the comment had watched everything up to a certain point, and I didn't used to edit anything out, really. I used to coughs and background noise I would try and clean up, but pretty much I played at real time. I didn't do time lapses. I didn't really do any jump cuts. I was just recording and then focusing on the how to record and talking to the content. And then at some point I started doing some cuts and some time lapses, and the balance of that has gone up and down because I've been experimenting, see what people like. And I think I've got a fairly good balance now with that, personally, I hope. But anyway, this person got to a certain point and then said, look, I started watching them and I was enjoying them because you weren't doing jump cuts. Now that you are, it's just like every other channel for this game. Thanks, good luck, but I'm out. And I get that. Everybody's got their choice. Everybody's got their opinion. I can respect that. We don't all like the same thing, and that's fine. But what it made me think is that, let's say I had carried on. I've got over 200 episodes in this game. So that's close to 150 hours of videos, probably. If I'd have carried on the way I was doing it and not really cutting anything out, that would be more like 300 to 400 hours, and I'm only 50% complete. It made me think, how... If people play this game to completion the way that I'm doing on this series, how do you do that? How many hours do you guys put into a save, basically? Right, that looks like the delivery location plus a gateway that I can't access yet. But let's have a look at the map. Yeah, gateway to the Albany River, which I need to complete. I think it's in administration. Yeah, this one. So 3 metal beams, 3 concrete blocks, which I can get from some of the warehouses. I just haven't found all of the warehouses yet. Maybe I should have done a scan down here somewhere, because there's obviously something in this corner when I was going past. Let's not do that now, though. Let's maybe... Yeah, it goes up a fair way north, doesn't it? Let's focus on trying to get to that watchtower. I think I might leave the trailer here because I'll end up coming back down to get this corner, but I just want to push onto that watchtower without a trailer. So yeah, if people are doing this game to completion in hard mode, how many hours do you do? How many hours do you put into a save if you've completed the game entirely? Because I'm not the fastest, I know that, and I am distracted by the talking, which I wouldn't be doing if I wasn't recording. But if I hadn't done the jump cuts, I think, 300-400 hours of SnowRunner to be halfway through it, that's an awful lot of content. And I appreciate that individual would have preferred that, but I think I would have been driving myself and others mad if I was doing the whole thing without ever cutting it and doing time lapses. Just canvassing opinion, really. Let's for now detach the trailer, because I've just noticed some anti-terrorist barriers, which probably means I've got a road out in front of me anyway before I can get to that other watchtower, or at the very least it's flooded. Doesn't look like it's fixable. Okay, fine. That's just barriers telling me that there's a partially flooded road. Run up here. A lot of highway. I'll fix that bridge that we found in the last episode on the other map. I wonder if this is a map that's got highway from end to end for a couple of the deliveries. It'd be quite nice. Might even buy one of the Wolfpack trucks if it's like that. Just give myself a marker so I have a fair idea where I'm heading. Yeah, so I'm going to want to try and go off east, really. I think. Right, I can see the watchtower. Maybe that's the route to it, but I'm going to keep pushing around this way and see if there's any way up. It's looking to me a bit more likely. Maybe this is it. Fire tracks. Mutual aid, help the villagers 3 and water boom 6 discovered. So let's get the cutscene. Some seagulls nested on top of that by the look of it. Warehouse. So this has got 4 metal beams. I needed 3 to do that gateway. GMC? Is that mine as well? Blimey, they're giving a lot of trucks out, aren't they? GMC mine as well. Interesting. Can't jump into it because I haven't been there to tag it yet. Mutual aid. That's another truck, but that one's not going to be mine. That's going to be a task. Open villages. So there's no concrete blocks here, so I can't get concrete blocks from this side. But I don't see another watchtower. So that's all stuff that I'm going to have to use the prototype trailer for. I'd really like to get that gateway open, because if I do that and then I get the bridge fixed on the other map, I have what looks like a really good highway from one end of the map to the other. But for now, I think what I fancy doing is, and I haven't got my prototype on me, but because it's tarmac and relatively easy, I'm going to go back down and I'm just going to drive along the highway for a bit till I find something interesting, and then that'll be the end of the episode. I'm just going to push north as far as I can. And then it's, because it's highway, it's dead easy to just cruise back down again and pick up the prototype trailer. Guess it's down this way. I felt like I should be able to go through there really to get to it. Let's just explore. Right, so this is a water tower of some sort. What this one is. Water boom 6. Closest points for tower restoration. Out there, it's just fires and scorched earth. Let's finish these water monsters already and flood the whole area. 4500 and access to location, which I assume is a water loading location. Makes sense, wouldn't it? And then there's the highway. So let's rejoin the highway and just cruise up as far as it'll go for a few minutes. Scouting's a funny kind of content for me, because it's probably, I really enjoyed driving it, but I don't know that it's as good to watch as deliveries. I don't know. We would call that a swing shovel in the UK. I used to drive a similar sort of thing to that in a previous life when I was a young man. A field full of pumpkins. I think there's an achievement for that I haven't done yet. I have to get in there and trash some pumpkins. And I'm sticking to the highway for now. That's the point of this now for a bit, is just curiosity. See how far this highway goes. Because if it turns out there's any long distance deliveries that can use this, then I'll kit myself out with a nice highway truck. It was a bit on... Oh, it's running out of fuel. I thought that was a bit weird that it was cutting out like that. Refuel. Better up. I understand why it was spluttering then for a bit. Right, that's the end of the highway. Or at least that's the end of this section. Looks like there's a bit more on the other side of it. I'm going to assume that that's another contract to maybe fix that. Because that's a pipeline, and I guess that's a pipe that could carry water. I noticed there are some pipeline fixing contracts. Curiosity now, I want to know where this goes. There's another truck on the side of the road. What's that one then? There's a car on its side. You what? Scout flatbed, bad accident. What's going on here then? Is that a Pacific? And then Scout pickup. So it looks like a Chevy and a trailer. At the height of the fires, a local resident and a truck driver were unable to share the road, which caused both to fly off the road. Cars were abandoned at the scene. It is necessary to deliver them to the owners as well as to repair them. So repair points needed as well as recovery. Except, let's have a look at where they need to be delivered. So there's a Chevy. That doesn't tell me. Oh, okay. So East House to deliver the Chevy. Doesn't say anything about the Chevy's trailer. And then you got to repair. It's not telling me, it's not showing me where. Evacuee camp. That's over in this corner. It's deliver. Oh, it's okay. It's a Cat. Cat 680. Never had one of those. Never had any of the Cat highway trucks. Oh. Let's just stop tracking that. And I am going to push on. I'm kind of overrunning myself a little bit, but I'm going to push on this highway because I'm just curious. Alright, that looks like the end of the road. We'll look at the map. Where are we then? There's a few bits and pieces. So, okay, wow. Quite a long way to go before the end of the map, though. Yeah. I know I said I was only driving as far as the asphalt, but I'll end up having to go back and get the prototype trailer, so this is a bit silly unless I bring it up here with another truck. I just want to see if the asphalt starts again, really. Because I think that's the longest stretch of asphalt that we've got in this game. I know I haven't done all the regions, but from what I've seen of them. What's this big old building up ahead? Because this could be the village that we have to help. Yeah, that's what I wondered, whether the asphalt would start again. Got a big yard. What's in here then? This looks like another one we'll end up fixing. No task, so it must be contract based. How's that in proportion? So the village, help the villages is still further on again. Wow. Big maps. That's cool. I like that. I like that. It's plenty to do, which is always good. And this, I don't know what this has been. It almost looks like a factory, doesn't it? Weymouth Mining Limited. Okay. Yeah. Maybe this is gold related. Gold rush. Right, okay. Well, I think that's enough for today. I'm going to wrap this episode here. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope to see you in the next one, where we will continue scouting. I'll work my way back down to the prototype and come back up here and scan more of this to understand what's going on. But that's for next episode. Hope to see you then. In the meantime, thank you very much and goodbye.